Hey, Snack Pack, snacking here, putting the lady in your fingers, if you know what I mean. Bringing you a tactical breakdown on Volskaya. Now, I will say last night was a pretty decent night overall. I think we went 7-4, at least according to Overbuff. That puts us, what, a 60-something, 70-something% win rate. So it was actually a really good night last night. For this particular game, Divas has joined us and is going to be a Hanzo. We've got a Pharah. We've got our Mercy to go with the Pharah. I'm going to Ana up to try and keep our tanks alive. Murdoch Lock, shout out to you, by the way. Good to meet you last night. It's going to Zarya. And then Puzzle is rining up on his damage account. I think he felt bad about it. He kept telling us all night, oh, I should switch accounts. We just laughed at him and played anyway. So anyway, that was that's our team comp. I like the comp. I think it's a well-balanced comp. Lots of damage. If Minecraft God can get in close, that'll handle the mid fight. With Divas being able to cause all kinds of problems at range, which I think is a pretty good strat. Anyway, let's get this started and see what happens.
Every few tanks when I switch to my other account.
One of these days I'm gonna have to dig out Heffalump and start shooting people, but I feel like
For the season.
no, only about right now. I think he's one game out of gold.
I don't want to request.
Hot pocket.
What about
Okay, I will say on Volskaya, first point defense as Ana. This is one of my favorite places to set up. I try not to abandon this unless I just can't do my job from up here, and sometimes I can't because the team spreads. I should have let everyone know where I was. I should communicate this next time so that they know that healing is available on the left and right side of the truck. That way, if Divas needs healing, he can drop down. Although I'm hoping our Mercy will help us out in that regard too. I like it up here because I'm relatively safe and I can hit the tanks fairly easily.
Is that a Bastion? No, that's a cannon. Hey, I got one!
Oh, fuck.
Winston in our backline, he's low. Feeding. Reaper's one.
Well, there's a missed shot.
Are we following him?
Sure, fuck.
Winston on your Ana. Thank you, Mercy. We're down a tank.
People were coming with me to fight that Reaper.
That's 2 down. So the Reaper is wrecking the squishies. The Winston jumping in on me was preventing me from doing healing and keeping the tanks up. Which Puzzle had committed to a fight without heals. Or maybe with only the Mercy as heals. That hurt us real bad. I'm not sure what I should have done because that is a great position as Ana. I could have abandoned it earlier. Maybe that was the play. Hitting my sleep would have helped. I shot my load, if you will, a little early. Takes me back to junior high. So that was part of the problem too. Is I saw him coming. I knew where he was going. I should have held the sleep dart until he was on top of me. Then just slept him from point blank range. As it is, I missed a sleep dart and didn't have it available. All I could do was anti-nade him and hope I could get out of there, which thanks to the Mercy's help I did, but it opened me up for the Reaper because I was out of abilities by that point.
Reaper's still behind.
Yep. I'm going to hold on through ult and then I may switch to Moira. Puzzle had an amazing,
the next time he flanks us, like,
an amazing
he's
amount of
going down the
damage.
line and then we're not chasing him.
Theoretically, our Pharah should be able to control that Reaper. So I'm not sure what her target priority is. We're down to just the Farah. This fight's lost.
B, right?
Oh, that's there.
I know that was kind of a useless throw, but didn't hurt anything because I knew that I would have it back up by the time they got to point. All right, I'm gonna get back up on the high ground behind us, and I got a little bit of cheeky damage in, you know,
I mean,
just
if I
trying to
call,
build
like,
my ult a
can we
little
chase
faster.
This Reaper, just say no if you can't make it, like,
Roger
so
that.
I know not to go in. I'm talking mostly to our other tank or DPS, like, I need to know whether I have backup.
All right, so I was able to sleep the Bob. This is interesting. So well, first off, I had to back away. I need to not do this. This is bad on my part. Instead of backing away, I should have moved laterally because I have no shot. So that's problem number one. Problem number two, well, this isn't a problem, but this is interesting. For the enemy team, they have no protection. They have one diva way over here, 3 open squishies. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can capitalize on that, because that, maybe I'm wrong, but that looks like a mistake to my silver level eyes.
Reverse shatter.
Bad target priority on my part. I should have been looking for a squishy, not firing at the diva. I shouldn't have abandoned high ground, but I
I
did.
don't see it.
I got away from that. Ash is behind.
I have grab, but you guys gotta miss it.
That Ash is a pretty decent shot.
More than that to keep me out of the fire.
Wow, really? Really? This huge, ulting, angry monkey at almost point blank range, and I mistimed that sleep dart. I just need to go back to
I need
bronze.
to Lucio probably to stall. I got booped.
Sleep dart number 3. So this is a problem. I really need to avoid Anna at this point. I've missed 3 sleep darts. I think I only hit 1, 25%. That's not enough. Switching to Lucio. Now I'm just trying to get the stall. Mercy gets a res off. Bob's back in play.
My shield won't hold this forever.
Trying to get as much healing as I can in on our Reinhardt. We've got a wrecking ball to stall. This is all stall tactics. They'll beat us here shortly. Good switch, Divas.
Sorry, my mic wasn't working.
I was wondering why you were so...
Yeah, fixed it.
And the Reaper. That cup of OJ. I don't know what kind of OJ it is. That must be some heavy-duty Minute Maid. Maybe it's a little Montezuma White mixed in with that lovely orange citrus, because he kicked our ass. And that was not pleasant. So, round 1, what were the issues that I had? I made a couple of positional mistakes. I could not hit a sleep dart to save my life, obviously, because I died multiple times because I couldn't hit a sleep dart. The Ash flank hurt me, but what really shut me down was that Reaper. So let's see what happens on offense.
Alright, we can do that. We can keep that. Eh. Got not even a terrific time.
Okay, this time, same pair of tanks, which I think is okay. I'm going to be honest. I am not... I know it's very, very powerful, especially at the upper levels, but I am not a fan of the Zarya Zarya Hanzo combination, the Grav Dragon combination. The reason I'm not a fan of it is because until you get to a certain level, and I don't know if Plat's the level, but until you get to a certain level, that is sometimes very hard to coordinate, and depending on what we're doing, it's sometimes hard for the Zarya to charge Grav in time. To make it work, right? Sometimes you get one shot at it instead of maybe 2 or 3. I think Grav Dragon works better on payload maps or hybrid maps, just because you have more opportunities to make that thing work, and it's not a one shot deal like it is on 2CP sometimes. At least in silver. I mean, Zaryas might at higher levels may be able to charge faster, but in silver it's a one shot deal a lot of the time. But it's okay because the Zarya bubbles can absolutely keep people up. We've got a Widow and a Hanzo that's can be a very powerful combination if the positioning is good and the shots are on. I'm gonna stay with the tanks as Moira to try and keep them alive, and then hopefully our Mercy can help keep the snipers alive. So that's what I'm thinking is supposed to happen. Let's see how this actually goes.
Science will to see to matters.
Skipping ahead a little here. Blah blah.
Give me a chance to get a pick through the window, like the puzzle.
I'd be curious to know how much.
Creepers in the building.
Just so okay. I've heard of this happening. So the Ash threw in a dynamite and exploded it right as we came out the door because, you know, she figured we'd come out the main door because, well, you know, gold, right? We're playing in gold. Between my silver ass and platinum and Puzzle's platinum ass, we get a gold ass. Apparently, when you mix silver and platinum together, you get gold. So the Ash has thrown the dynamite, exploded it as we walked out the door. I'd be curious to know what kind of ult charge that she got off of that, because the enemy healer, I got 15%. Because it was easy for me to heal up, right?
I'll kill him.
This will improve your
There's Eva too.
Got him. We
Thank
should
you.
pick.
Going in.
Anna's one in the back.
All right, their Ash has amazingly good positioning up on top of the building, and she was able to wipe me out while I was attempting to keep the Reinhardt up. Let's move back. I want to rewatch that for just a second. Okay, so at this point, Puzzle is fully healed and is committed into the fight. Puzzle is still in fairly good shape. The Zarya beam is to the left of us. I'm attempting to help pull down the Rhine before I heal. I am anti-nated and in bad shape. I don't think Puzzle is anti-nated though. I think he got out of that. All right, the Ash finishes me off. The Zarya is supporting the Rhine. Wow, that Ash just... Okay. And then, did you see that? Did you see just a second there? Divas was being supported by the Mercy. I kind of wish our Mercy would have switched to help me with Puzzle for just a second. Unless Puzzle was antied and I missed it. But I wish we could have kept our tank in there to keep the space alive.
Miss. Oh, she does not.
The Diva's
Thank
one.
you.
The Zen is one as well. Oh, he's getting his shield back.
Diva's
All right, I moved a
Anna's one.
point. Why? Why was I okay, so maybe this is a strat just beyond my understanding. Why was our widow here? She should have been up here. Or, you know, back here somewhere. Or even up in the window here. But this, with the enemy team not dead and on the way back, it didn't seem safe to me. But maybe it's just something I'm missing. Moving on. Alright, it's the healers on point.
Got it tick. Just
Okay, Mercy's down. Huh? Winnable? Really? So there must be something going on over here to the right of screen that I'm not aware of, right? There must be something going on over here. Because the way I'm seeing it, it's 1-on-3, me against a tank, a Reaper, and I think another healer. And I'm not sure how that's winnable. I'm getting my ass out of there. As soon as I push the right button, I am anyway.
Ryan,
Ah,
Is it winnable or not?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Nobody said anything, so I started going in.
Okay, so this is a difference in perspective, right? Because Divas calls winnable, and then asks if it's winnable. Our Zarya moves in to try and support me, I'm assuming, while I'm getting out. Our Rhine goes in and dies due to the lack of coordination. So there's definitely a problem with our perception of what's going on. Because to me, I'm getting out, and I didn't call it because I thought we were on the same page, but apparently we weren't. Reaper's on us. Reaper in the main hallway.
Trying to help.
Get into position.
It's just he's on our side, guys.
I know, I'm trying to get there. I had to walk through the building. There he goes.
All right. Push him, Chin. Go, go, go. Fix. Both DPS down. Both DPS down. Go forward. Don't let her red. No, that's ours.
Sir Ryan.
Okay. So here was, because you're going to hear some in-chat discussion on this later. I believe that's a Reinhardt. I believe that's a Diva. I cannot now. I will say, well, with the Diva here, it probably wouldn't have mattered. I threw a damage orb trying to get through there to try and support puzzle because I didn't see this Rhine, right? Because my perspective over here, I couldn't see the Rhine coming in to attack our Rhine. So I was attempting to support him with a little extra damage. I could not follow him to heal him. There is no way that I can get through 2 tanks and survive. It's just not going to happen. Even if we had had an Ana in this case, it wouldn't have helped.
Shattered me.
That should be one.
I'm trying desperately to get to him and can't. I like the hog switch.
More one.
Alright, I'm trying to support our hog. Yeah, but the Reinhardt chased me away.
God damn, why can't we clean these fights up? Are we like spreading out after we get through?
At least Minecraft God had a better angle that time.
I'm not having.
I would say I can't stay with the tanks. That's my problem.
What? Why can't we stay with the tanks? Why?
Because our tank was surrounded by tanks. That's why. Because there's too much fire. I can't survive.
Yeah.
There was no DPS.
Maybe not. Okay. There was no DPS, but a healer cannot survive a tank. At that time, at other times. Like when Puzzle died in the right room, I could not follow him in.
Okay.
And it should have been a guaranteed, like, fight win, because it was just the Rhine.
Widow's fucking... Oh, it's just the bar.
Well, Diva was behind you, which was what was preventing me from getting to him. So, I think... But here's another example of our inability to pull together. Ryan... I'm dead. Let's see if I can draw the little skull. Here, I'm channeling my inner Stylosa because he does this, and some crossbones. God, that's well, point is, rest of the team. So this has been happening the whole match. We have an inability to coordinate. I don't know about the Widow by this point. I mean, she's gotten some picks, but
Alright, I have a dragon.
we need
We
presence.
gave up on the grabs. Okay. Regroup. Come on, this is winnable.
We need presence. We don't have it.
Blossom.
It's fine. That's fine. That's good for us.
All right, we have a minute.
He left channel.
Now our
think
Widow has
he's
left the
throwing.
channel. Now he's rejoined the channel. All right.
Alright, I can drag in the.
Yeah, he left the
guy.
game. Yeah, that guy's throwing.
Heals.
No, he came back. I think he's having problems.
Oh, okay. Rhinestone, follow up, please.
Steve is following up. Got the rise.
Yeah, Diva's behind. I'm taking too much damage behind. I'm at the choke.
Yeah, Diva's behind. Guys, what is going on? The healer.
Yeah, I'm just.
We're getting fixed. Just can't push in. Can't take any ground.
Divas, I might need you to pick like a short range DPS so you can stay with me, because like
Alright.
right now I'm just having too much trouble moving anywhere.
Switching.
All right, we gotta go.
Go on Tracer, go. Somebody go
I'm on
touch.
it.
I'm on Tracer. Come on, Puzzle.
Ryan low, I need help. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm on him with you. I'm on him. I'm behind you, Puzzle.
Oh, Zen's on point. You got me.
I'm on him. Got him. I one flipped him. Reaper 1.
Okay, so we were able to capitalize on the shatter that time, but we were only able to capitalize on the shatter, I think, because I went DPS. I went DPS Moira. And I really worry about how I would have survived anyway if we hadn't burned down the Widow. I think the switch to Brigitte is okay, because it'll help. But man, that was tough. Maybe I should have cleaned up before as Moira. I don't know. I'm not sure. It seemed like it was all coordination problems on point 1.
Oh, I even got good spawn. That's lucky. The door was closed when I spawned. It was kind of weird. Alright, I'm behind y'all.
Push in. We got an advantage.
Well, that didn't go right.
Me and the Widow are fucking harassing the shit out of him.
Alright, they're
All right.
all down.
Good shots
We gotta-
from Minecraft God. That was
Ryan
well
and
done.
one of your healers are coming from spawn. Your Widow's respawning.
So Minecraft got some good picks in there.
I got one pinned. Oh!
Thanks
All
for
right.
watching.
Well, that was unlucky.
I'm just shifting around.
I'm gonna die here.
Zen, I force trans. Fuck, I got headshot.
They're all stunned.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're all dead.
Oh, shit. I wasted stun then. My bad.
Dead yet.
I was just trying to...
Yeah, I was trying to keep you healed, and then I got
They're
shot.
on one tank. They're on one tank. Stash.
So we should go to triple tank.
Touch from afar.
Maybe. I got the Reaper.
That's at us.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I tried to call it because I saw he was doing it.
No, he didn't hit me with. I charged him as he dragon, and he somehow charged an arrow up enough to one shot as soon as his dragon lit up.
That was a bad charge on my part. Sorry.
Hey,
The
no
hunt's
ults.
still behind us.
No ults, yeah.
Silvery limbs, which is normal for Moira, I guess. I don't know. I have suspicions about that.
We go goats then, or
I'm curious to know
Pulse.
if I have silver
Goat
limbs.
sounds bad
I
on this
want to know
fight.
what golden limbs is
Yeah, I
because I'm
know.
assuming Divas has it.
Ash flanking with Hanzo.
Okay, now we have a Genji.
On the right, let's push him on the right. Push him on the right. Push the Hanzo.
What?
Diva's behind us.
Behind
Somebody
us.
else. Hanzo is too.
That was a good flank. I don't know what to say. So far, we've gotten caught on DPS flanks multiple times because we deathballed in.
Fuck. In. Regroup? I don't know.
Faced with a setback.
Yeah, we need to
Hanzo's
regroup.
out the courtyard. He's running around over there.
I don't know how that pulse didn't stick to somebody down that alley I threw. Reaper's half.
Yeah, Diva's doing something.
78 pulse.
Get into position.
Heals. Yep. What the fuck? How many times is this guy gonna get a lucky headshot on, dude? Right, I got pulsed.
One thing about, well, I don't know. I mean, when I play Hanzo, I attempt to keep my bow just above head height.
Shield's
I'm wondering
down,
if this
I gotta
guy's
back out.
doing the same.
Yeah, we gotta back out. We have one more push at this. Why is Bob at our spawn? Thank you for sleeping him. I can't handle this fucking Hanzo, dude. Getting so lucky. I swear, every time I jump in his face for 1 second, bam, turn headshot. Somebody touch, I'm coming back. Go point, go point.
I gotta give their Zen credit for holding his ult until our Genji ulted.
Come back, full dash. Oh my fucking god, that hit.
That's two.
I have no healing.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm also gonna say I died a lot in this game, so I don't know if my positioning was bad. That might have been part of it. I'm certainly not sure how to have fixed it, though. Kind of want to see... it's too late. We got pulled out. So, I think there were multiple issues. We did have a person not participating in the chat, and I think that hurt us. I do wonder about the eliminations. Usually when I play Moira, even though she can breathe on everybody and get huge amount of eliminations, a lot like Diva does, I kind of don't pay attention to eliminations as Moira. But because I am not a DPS Moira. I only go DPS if it's very safe to do so and we're in a cleanup situation. So that's when I go DPS Moira. Other than that, I attempt to heal as much as I can, and only DPS when I need to refill my golden urine, as it were. So I usually don't carry home medals any limbs because I'm usually farming tanks for go-go juice, and then I'm not trying to burn down squishies. To me, that's someone else's job. My job is to get as much urine on the tanks as I can and throw as many healing orbs around as I can to keep everybody up. Maybe that's part of the problem, but that's the way I look at it. So for me, I know Moira players can have high limbs, but for me to have medal any limbs there up till the very end was interesting. And my assumption is that Divas had the other one, which I saw our Widow in the kill feed, but I'm wondering if she was inconsistent. And we couldn't capitalize on the picks that our Widow got because I was often dead. Their Hanzo and Ashe did an amazingly good job of shutting down the healers. They really did a good job of hunting me and Brigida, and before she was Brigida, Mercy. They really did a good job of hunting us down and shutting us down. We also had coordination issues, which prevented the healers from getting to the tanks. I guess what I could have done, I didn't feel like I did a great job as Anna because I missed a bunch of my sleep darts. But what I could have done is gone back to Anna for the push, because I likely could have healed the tanks in some situations where I could not follow in as Moira. So maybe that's what I should have done, is to do some switches mid-game. Anyway, it goes. It was kind of miserable. And this video has hit 30 minutes, so welcome to another long one. Sorry, guys, but I really wanted to try and understand why this game went as sour as it did for as good a time as we had last night. Because we really did have a great time last night. It was a great set of games. This one stood out as miserable. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to get out of here. Be good to each other. Snap.